What is up, y'all? Pro Baller. Back again with another video, and today I got a lot on my mind, man. The Lions lose to San Francisco in San Francisco. Hell of a game, though. Very, very interesting ending, to say the least. But I got a lot on my mind, and I wanted to make a video to talk about it, man, because there's actually a couple things. Let me get into the first thing, though. Because this isn't related really to the game at all. Just kind of like to get out of the way. So I made a video a while back on this guy called Purple FTW Podcast. It was a whole rant video on him about his like bad takes, gets disrespecting the Lions. But it seems that he's kind of like turned the other cheek, and now he's actually giving the Lions some respect. In his most recent video about the Lions losing to the Niners, he actually gave the Lions respect and gave respect to not the bandwagon Lions fans, but the OG Lions fans like myself. I've been a fan ever since I was a young kid, man. So I'll pop up the clip of him right now, so giving respect to the Lions.
I know what a lot of people are looking for. Like they're waiting for the cackles, the ish talking, and all of the gloating. Right, exactly what you got when the Niners beat the Packers after Jordan Love threw the interception, right? But I'm not going to do that. This would be the way that the Vikings would lose the Super Bowl. Like that's why I'm. Obviously, you want your team to go to the Super Bowl, but I'm a little bit apprehensive because you know that the Vikings would lose in the most ball-busting, soul-crushing fashion possible. But this one's rough, and yeah, I know that a lot of Vikings fans have interacted with some sort of jabroni Lions fans as of late, but I feel like a lot of those are just the fair weather bandwagon fans. They're just thumping their chests. Like the hardcore, loyal OG Lions fans, like they know. Like they know that their team was capable of something like this, man. But yeah, so gonna do our best not to gloat. And for the loyal Lions fans who've been through a lot, I feel you. It was so cool seeing Ford Field packed. Like the lower bowl was completely packed, and they were there watching screens, cheering on their team. You love that passion. I believe in Brad Holmes. He's done an amazing job stocking that roster. The Lions are deep and very good in both of the trenches. Frankly, I think they have the best offensive line in football. And Dan Campbell, is he perfect? No. Is he a players forward coach? Yes. The Lions are going to be tough for a while, for a minute, man.
So as you can see, man, he actually is giving some respect to them. So I just want to make an apology video. He still occasionally will have some questionable takes, to say the least, but I respect him for giving respect to the Lions, man. The Lions, they struggled a lot this game, but I'm glad to see him give respect where the credit is due to the offense and other parts. But yeah, I mean, respect to Purple Podcast. Seems like he's finally shown the Lions some respect. So shout out to him. I apologize for the rant video, but I hope he just doesn't disrespect the Lions again. Let me just say that. So now that we got that out of the way, the main thing I want to talk about today is Dan Campbell deciding to, just go for it 2 times instead of kicking the field goals, bro. Now, I can understand the second one, but the first one was dumb. It was, I think, 4th and 1, and we were already doing very good at that point, and if we kick a field goal, it would have put us up more than we were already at. I think it would have had us at going into the half 27-7, and he didn't do it. He didn't do it at all. He went for a 4th down, which made no sense. And then later on in the game, and of course Josh Reynolds dropped it, but later on in the game, he decided to do it again. He did it again, and when they shouldn't have, they should have kicked the field goal because they were, I think, almost losing. They were losing at that point, or they were about, like, it was tied, and he didn't go for the field goal, and it cost the Lions because they lost. They would have won if they made those 2 field goals. Granting the score wouldn't change, like butterfly effect, you know what I'm saying? But the Lions, man, Dan Campbell freaking Dan Gamble Campbell, bro. I still think Dan Campbell is our guy, but he just has a lot of issues, man. Like he's got to stop going for the fourth downs. He's got to learn when to take the points. But I still think he's our head coach. I said in my live stream, "Oh, we should fire him. We should fire him," which was a major overreaction. So I apologize for that. That was just right after the game, and I was pretty mad. Insert clips of me just destroying my desk.
Please, one more stop.
Hell yeah! What the hell? Reynolds! Cut Reynolds immediately after this game, bro. This dude is a bum.
But there are some good parts of the game, like JMO. He had a pretty solid game. I know some people aren't really happy with how JMO's been, but I thought this was a pretty solid game for him. He did what he needed to do, but he did drop a crucial touchdown pass. So he's got to get. It's crazy to say it's because he's a receiver, but he's got to get better at like contested catches, man. He's got to. Like he got one earlier on in the game, but that touchdown he could have had that, and that would have changed the Lions' outcome immensely. Goff did very well. I'm so happy with Goff, man. But once again, delving back into the players, Cam Sutton. I'm saying this right now. You are officially the worst cornerback I have seen on the Lions. Amani Oruwariye, you don't hold the award anymore. It is now Cam Sutton. Cam Sutton, you have been granted the worst cornerback I've ever seen on the Lions award, and that is a special award. That is hard to achieve. Cam Sutton cost the Lions the game in many situations this game, and he almost cost them against the Buccaneers and the Rams. So Cam Sutton, you are literally one of the worst cornerbacks I've ever seen, and I hope you're not on the team next year. And if you are, at least be a cornerback 2, because you cannot ever be a cornerback 1. Never, ever, ever, never. Cornerback 2 is maybe a possibility for Cam Sutton, but let me rephrase that. The award is the worst cornerback 1 I've ever seen on the Lions, and that is Cam Sutton. He might be a decent, maybe like, I don't know, cornerback 2. I don't even know if that would fit him, but it looked like, and you know the thing, I was so hype about us getting Cam Sutton in the offseason, and it just turned out to be garbage. But it is what it is. Yeah, people make mistakes, and Cam Sutton was a big mistake for the Lions signing him. So I hope he's not on the team. He is legit terrible as a cornerback 1. Now going on to the next 2 people, Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, bro. I have a big problem with those 2. Now Aaron Glenn, he looked phenomenal during the first half. He held the Niners to 7 points. They looked great. And then whatever it is with him in the second half, he just crumbles. His game plan crumbles, doesn't adjust to anything. Aaron Glenn, like, I just don't get it. How can you literally go into a game, have a good game plan, and then not adjust it at all? Like, the Niners adjusted. They adjusted in the second half. The Lions, they did not adjust defensively. So Aaron Glenn, I'm pissed at Aaron Glenn, to say the least. Aaron Glenn, honestly, I've had a lot of games where I'm mad at him, and then he brought me back in with that Cowboys game, because I thought the Cowboys were actually pretty good this year. Turned out they weren't. So that game did not matter for jack crap, because CeeDee Lamb dropped passes against the Packers in the playoffs, and he dropped them against us. So it did not matter how good the defense did that game. So Aaron Glenn, you did terrible this game in the second half. First half, you looked great. Second half, you did not adjust at all, and you are one of the biggest reasons why we lost this game. And I hope, I don't know. I don't know if he should be on the Lions anymore, to be honest. But the next person I want to get to, who in my opinion should be fired immediately, is Ben Johnson. Now people are like, oh, the Lions offense, they did good. Not because of Ben Johnson. Not because of Ben Johnson. David Montgomery had a hell of a game. He was doing his thing. Goff had a hell of a game. But that was because of our weapons and the great offensive line. The O-line was playing great today. They did their thing. They went against a very good front seven, and they did their part. They did what they needed to do. Ragnow playing through the injury. Taylor Decker actually had a solid game for once in recent memory. And Penei Sewell did pretty solid apart from like one missed block. And Graham Glasgow did his thing too. And I forgot the other guy, the left guard, our backup left guard. He did very good too. But Ben Johnson just called the stupidest play calls in the second half, like the fourth quarter especially. He would do like stupid like Amon-Ra, St. Brown, like running it with Amon-Ra like as a running back, like a Deebo Samuel type package. Like, I don't know. And Ben Johnson, another thing, bro, you have shown to me that you do not care about the Detroit Lions because you go and interview with other teams during the Detroit Lions playoff run, during the freaking playoff run. You go and literally, I just don't get how somebody could do that. How you could literally go and interview with other teams while the team that is your number one priority is in the playoffs, and you just go and interview with other teams. Ben Johnson, I hope to not ever see you in a Lions uniform again because you have shown to me that you do not care about the Lions interviewing with other teams during your playoff run, and that you have cost the Lions many games, and this was one of them. You played another part in this. It was mainly Aaron Glenn and then Dan Campbell not kicking the field goals. But yeah, Ben Johnson, you are a big part of the problem. And go take your head coaching position with the Commanders because, in my opinion, I don't want Ben Johnson on the team next year. If he is, it is what it is. But I don't know. He in my opinion, he does more bad for the Lions than he does good. Like, occasionally, yes, he'll have very good games, but other times, he will literally have, like, garbage, like, moments. Like, moments where he literally looks like the worst offensive coordinator in the league. Now, the last couple people I want to get... Oh, my gosh. The last couple people I want to rant about. Someone who I actually enjoy on this team. Someone who I've liked. Also, my dog in the back is sleeping right now. But another person who I've been a fan of him. I've advocated for him. Honestly, he was one of my favorite players on the team. CJ Gardner-Johnson. Insert the clip of him waving, or the image of him waving to the Niners fans at half. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't be mad if we re-signed him because I do think he's a very good player, but he has got to get his ego in check. I think he's a great player. I like his gritty personality, but bro, sometimes it becomes too much. And this was a perfect example of it. He got us a penalty during an interception return because he hit Deebo. He let his own emotion overtake him and hit Deebo. He hit Deebo after the interception return, which there was no reason for it. Deebo wasn't even in going after the person who had intercepted it, who was Malcolm Rodriguez. Shout out to him. But he waves at halftime. Like, I just don't get it, dude. The game's not over. Stay locked in. Like, just stay locked in. So Gardner-Johnson, I think he should stay on the team for sure. He's a quality player for us. He does some very good stuff, especially in the run game. He's one of our best tacklers. But he's got to get his ego in check. And today was a perfect example of what happens when his ego does not get checked at the door. Because he had a lot of moments today. Like, I don't know. He didn't play his best today. And he let his ego get in the way, to say the least. And now the last person I want to talk about, bro. Josh Reynolds. Now, Josh Reynolds has been pretty good all year. He's had some really good moments, some clutch moments. But he's had some moments where he drops a pass. And you think, oh, it probably won't affect us later on. When it literally cost us the game.
Hell yeah! What the hell? What the hell? Reynolds!
He not only dropped one pass on the first fourth down try. He dropped it. It was an easy pass. And the sad part is Goff literally said, oh, I should have thrown him a better ball when it was a perfect pass. I feel bad for Goff, man. He does so much for the team, but regardless. It was a perfect pass, and Josh Reynolds just screwed it up. And he was laughing on the sideline after that. He was laughing on the sideline. So you think the second time around he would fix it? He would just get it fixed. He would be like, all right, I'm gonna catch this ball, and I'm gonna get like, I'm gonna not let it affect me. We'll just do better the next time. No, he drops it on 3rd and 10 after the fumble touchdown, the fumble that resulted in the touchdown for the Niners. Josh Reynolds, you, in my opinion, cost us this game. At least 60% of us losing this game was on you for dropping those passes. Don't get me wrong, Dan Campbell not going for the field goals was another part, but golly, bro, like you really just you dropped the ball.
Dropping the ball, Burger King, dropping the ball.
You really did drop the ball. So I don't even know who else I'm angry at, man. I wish Jahmyr Gibbs wouldn't have fumbled it, but I'm not even going to get mad at him. He is one of our best players on our team, in my opinion. He does so much good for the team, but it sucks that he fumbled that ball, I will say. It really does. But, man, there were a lot of positives about this game, too, though. The offense, they did their thing, but, yeah, this team has got to play better. Like, the defense especially. We've got to get a cornerback in free agency. We got to change a lot, man, because this defense is not it. The offense is very good offense, but the defense is not it at all. So once again, shout out to all the players who did good, like Jared Goff, Monty, St. Brown had a couple pretty good moments. Laporta had a great game. J-Mo did his thing at times. And defensively, shout out to Malcolm Rodriguez for the pick. Whoever sacked Hutchinson, or not Hutchinson, Brock Purdy, I think it was Hutchinson, or I'm not sure who else was in there. Melifanu had a missed sack also. I was kind of mad about that initially, but he literally got us the division. He literally clinched the division with that pick against the Vikings, so I'm not mad at him. Lions, this was not their year, sadly. They couldn't get to the Super Bowl, but it was a damn good season, I will say. It sucks the way it ended, but the Lions, they did it, man. They won the division. They almost got to the Super Bowl. Hopefully they'll do it next year. This year they're going to have a way harder schedule next year. Like my dog is tired, to say the least. He's panning. I think I'm going to end the video, y'all. Yeah, Aaron Glenn did not perform well at all. Wouldn't be mad if he left the team. Ben Johnson performed like dog water, played trash. Wouldn't mind it if he left the team. But yeah, man, I am glad that the Lions made it at least this far, but I really would have liked to see them win it all. But that doesn't take away from anything they've done this season. They had a great season. They won their first playoff game in over 30 years. They did what Stafford couldn't do. Goff did what Stafford couldn't do, proved all the haters wrong. And they won the division, and hopefully they'll win it again next season. I will be streaming the Super Bowl, so be on the lookout for that. And then after that, I'm going to be streaming a lot of UFC. You might see me over on my new channel. What did I just say? New channel? New channel? Hey, new channel coming out soon. No spoilers for what it will contain, but I will be making a new channel soon. I hope y'all enjoyed. Slider, you got anything you want to say? Slider. Take that as a no. All right. Thank y'all for watching. One Pride forever. And I'll see you guys later. Oh, you're still here? Yeah. Even though the Lions lost. Why would I stress about the Lions losing, bro?
Why would I stress about that? 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 Beat it to worry, I'm done with the stress. Beat it to
Hey, One Pride forever, baby.